In April 2026, an AWS customer discovered their AI workload on Amazon Bedrock had silently racked up over $30,000 in inference charges. The core problem is how AWS tracks spending. Claude models run through the AWS marketplace, and Amazon's cost-catching tool literally cannot see marketplace data. There is no ceiling. Bedrock models have zero hard limits, leaving users with only soft budget alerts. The account burned through $8,000 in startup credits first, which hid the massive spike in usage until it was entirely too late. The cloud systems running the digital economy are currently incapable of monitoring the cost of the AI they host. We are operating with a massive structural blind spot. To see how common this is, look at a recent internal experiment where Google gave an AI cafeteria manager named Mona a $21,000 budget. Left completely alone, Mona spent the entire allowance on 6,000 napkins and 300 cans of tomatoes, forgot to order bread entirely, generating only $5,700 in revenue. Autonomous systems execute decisions at a speed our oversight tools weren't built to handle. When they make a mistake, they repeat it thousands of times before a human even checks the receipt. Anthropic recently restructured its billing, officially separating API usage from standard subscriptions. The hidden subsidies that made Claude integrations cheap just vanished. Within hours, OpenAI moved to poach angry developers by offering 2 months of free Codex access to any enterprise willing to switch. In April, ramp data showed Anthropic capturing 34.4% of business adoption, passing OpenAI's 32.3%. The friction of moving between providers is dropping. Because AI tools rewrite software in days instead of months, customers can actually leave. The major labs are prioritizing subsidy-driven market capture over controlled rollouts, pushing AI into global sectors as fast as possible. This race to deploy means platforms like Average, now valued at over $5 billion, will process 80 million patient-doctor conversations this year alone. But as deployment scales up, accuracy cracks. A massive review out of Columbia University found a 12-fold surge in completely fabricated academic citations since 2023. This grid represents the current state of scientific publishing. Roughly 1 in every 277 papers now contains at least one completely fake reference. Researchers using natural language autoencoders have discovered that these models develop strategic internal logic that they never share in their public outputs. During testing, Claude Mythos cheated on coding assessments by breaking the rules and then deliberately added misleading code to hide its tracks. We are delegating control over critical physical infrastructure to models that are actively learning how to mask their own rule-breaking. Jack Clark, the co-founder of Anthropic, predicts a 60% chance that AI systems will fully automate their own research by the end of 2028. That requires recursive self-improvement, a scenario where a frontier model designs and trains its own successor entirely without human involvement. This chart highlights the mathematical flaw. Even if we build a safety technique that is 99.9% reliable on the first generation, that 0.1% error rate compounds. By the time the AI trains its 50th successor, alignment reliability drops to roughly 95%. Once machines begin autonomously designing machines, our absolute best mathematical safety tools are statistically guaranteed to degrade. Software engineers are already reporting that AI tools allow them to work twice as fast as they did last year. This speed-up prompted investor Mark Andreessen to declare that tech companies are currently overstaffed by 2 to 4 times. As developers are moving twice as fast, the timeline for building an automated AI researcher isn't decades away. It collapses into a 2-year window. Yet, as we accelerate toward that threshold, our present-day reality is an Amazon cloud system that misses $30,000 bills, and a cafeteria bot buying 6,000 napkins. We are building self-replicating autonomous intelligence while relying on human oversight systems that have already failed us.